Due to Princeton Preps IELTS preparation class. It's live. We're going to have a 2-hour class. At the very beginning, I'm just going to shed some light on structured files. And after that, we'll be doing some speaking practice. And hopefully after that, we'll be moving into reading and the writing part. Okay, so hopefully you will enjoy the class. Okay, so let me move on to So at the very beginning, let me just talk about what IELTS is all about. I'll give you an overview first, and then so we'll be moving on to the other section. So as it stands now, IELTS is International English Language Testing System. The highest you can get is 9. As for now, in Bangladesh, you can register on 2 days for your IELTS exam. It could be on Saturday or it could be on Thursdays. On either day, you will start the exam with a listening section. There are 4 sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So you start with the listening. It usually starts at around 1 o'clock, but you'll be asked to report by 11:30 to 12 p.m. And then you'll have to fill up a few forms and just wait for some time. And then, the exam starts at around 1 o'clock. So the listening section, it usually lasts for 40 minutes, 30 minutes for the exam, and you get 10 minutes to transfer your answers from your booklet, from your listening booklet to there is an answer sheet, listening answer sheet. Okay, so it takes around 10 minutes. So altogether it's 40 minutes. There will be 4 sections. There will be 40 questions. There will be 10 or 12 types of questions. Many of the questions are almost similar. And they're going to play audio for around 30 minutes. And based on the audio, you'll have to fill up your, answers in the listening answer strip. And later on, within the 10 minutes, that extra 10 minutes, you'll have to transfer those answers to your answer sheet. Okay. So I should also add that the GT module, basically there are 2 modules. One is academic and one for GT, general training. Academic is for mostly admission in universities, in foreign universities, where in mostly English-speaking universities. And the GT module are for those people who would like to GT module for immigration. The most common destinations are Australia and Canada, mostly Canada these days. Okay, it's the same. The listening for academic and GT module is the same. Then you move on to the reading section. The reading section, immediately after that, there's no break, no official break. Reading section, the highest you can get is 9. And it's 60 minutes, the duration of the reading section. And within that 60 minutes, you'll have to cover 3 passages. And there will be 40 questions, almost equally distributed among the 3 passages. There are also 12 or 13 types of questions. So, the first one, there's 3 passages, as I mentioned. First one is usually the easiest one. The second one is a little bit more difficult, and the third one is the most difficult. It's better not to allow 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes for each of those. The first one being the easiest, I think, you should try to finish it within 12 or 13. Okay, let it finish by not more than 15 minutes. The second one, I think if you target around 15 minutes, just take 70 to 80 minutes, and the last one, even if you target for 20 minutes, let it be 23 minutes. Okay. So that works better. Okay, and the GT module, and it has a different set of questions. It's not the same question. I think it's relatively easy, but instead of 3 passages, they have 3 sections. The first 2 sections has 2, each has 2 shorter passages. So altogether 4 short passages, and the last section has 1 long. So altogether, there are 5 passages, but relatively it's a little bit easy. So here, if you can get 40 of those right, or even 39 of those right, we're going to get a 9 out of 9. The same goes with listening as well. If you can get 39 or 40 right, you'll get a 9. If you get 37, 38, you will get 8.5. If you get 35, 36, you'll get a 8. And just likewise, the more mistake you make, so the number will decrease, your score will decrease. And after that, you move on to the writing section. The writing section is the total score is 9. Okay, 9. And out of that 9, task 1. Let me talk about the academic first. The academic is task 1 is 3 marks, and out of that 9, and task 2 is a 6. Task 2 is a essay. You'll have to write an essay, and task 1 is a report. And the report is 150 words and minimum. That's the minimum you should write. It's intended for university professors, and 20 minutes you shouldn't spend for. They suggest this up to you. And you'll be given either a pie chart, or a bar chart, or a line graph, or a table chart, or a map, or a process diagram, or a flow chart. And for GT module, you'll have to write a letter instead of a report. That's the difference. But in task 2, you'll have to write an essay. That 250 words will be the minimum, 40 minutes that they suggest. You'll have to write any one kind of essay. There are usually 5 types of essays. It could be opinion essays, discussion essays, problem solution essays, advantages and disadvantages essays, and double question essays. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, so the writing is done. So on these 3 sections, will be given on those particular days. It could be on Saturday or Thursday. There is another section, that's the speaking section. It takes place on a separate day. It could be before. Say if you have registered for Saturday, it's not going to take place on Saturday. It could be before Saturday or after Saturday, but within a week. The same goes with the Thursday. If you register for Thursday, so your speaking will be within 7 days prior to that particular Thursday, or even after that particular Thursday. Okay, so speaking is basically this. Also, you get 9. That's the highest. It lasts for usually 11 to 14 minutes. It's part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 is just small questions, short questions, mostly about yourself. And part 2 is basically Q-card. You'll be given a certain topic, and you're given 1 minute prep time, and a pencil and a white piece of paper to take preparation, and you'll have to give answers for 1 to 2 minutes. And the third part, they'll ask you a few extended questions on the kind of the same topic that they have asked you or given you in part 2. Okay, and the GT, the speaking section, is exactly the same. For listening, the GT and academic the same, but in reading, it's a little bit different, and in writing, it's partially different. Only task 1, instead of report, the GT people will be writing a letter, 150 word letter. Okay, this is pretty much, eyes. And let me okay. And now let's move on. Let me show you what kind of questions we're getting here. So this is a sample of a listening section. You see, this is 1 to 10. This is the first section. This is the second section. It starts from here and it finishes here. And this one is the third section. And this is the fourth section. Okay, so it will take around half an hour. There will be an audio and we'll be just writing. Okay, so this is pretty much everything, and you will get 10 extra. Whatever you have written here, they'll give you 10 extra minutes to transfer these answers to a text. Okay, let's move on to, so this is basically the reading. It's just a sample for academic, not the GT. So this is pretty much the academic reading passage. So this is the first passage. These are the questions, and this one is the second passage. It covers up to this, around from question 14 to 26, and then finally you have the third one. The third one is usually 27 to 40, and then the questions. So 3, you'll get 1 hour time, and this is the reading. It's a reading question. Not sorry, writing. This is part 1. It's a report. You'll have to write a 150-word report minimum. That's the minimum. Okay, based on this diagram, and you'll have to do that. And this one is the essay. You'll have to write based on this one, and they will give you separate answer sheets. Don't worry about that. And if you even need extra pages, you'll be getting that. And this is a sample of the speaking questions. These are the part 1 question. This is the Q-cut question, and this is the extended. There will be more questions. They usually ask for more questions, especially here. They might even ask for more questions here. But this is just a sample, and it usually lasts for 11 minutes. Okay, so this is pretty much our the structure of IELTS, and we'll move on to the speaking practice session, and it might last for around half an hour, and after that we'll move on to reading, and we'll be doing probably task 1 today. Okay, so let's see who are here. Okay, so Abdullah Bhai, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so you're well, huh? Okay, I got your letter yesterday. So okay, so I'll provide you whatever you need, huh?
Okay, thank you.
So I'll discuss you how you want it on daily basis or together. Then I'll be able to deliver it. Huh? We'll talk later today. Okay, and Anjan, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Okay, how are you,
sir?
I'm fine.
Okay, I'm also. Thank you for asking.
Okay, so
probably, sir,
please, Abdullah,
probably I will not be able to continue today the whole class.
Okay, no problem.
I have an invitation.
Fine. No problem.
And I will call you later. Okay.
Okay, no problem. We'll talk. So you'll be here for the speaking session for half an hour?
I will try to continue.
Okay, no
before
problem.
Leaving.
No problem. Okay, so just so what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Huh? Part 1, we know we have the part 1 questions. So Anjan, if you're ready, can I ask you a few questions?
Yes, I am, sir. I'm ready.
Okay, you are ready. Fine. Okay, let me let me ask you a few. So, just a moment. Where do you live? Which one is your hometown? What's your hometown?
Okay. I'm from Munshigons. I mean, there I was born, and I am living with my family here, but usually I live in Dhaka.
Okay, so at the moment you are in Munshigan.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So, what are the advantage of living in your hometown? Is there any advantages?
Yes, there are several advantages like the transportation systems are very convenient. You can find a lot of different kinds of vehicles. So that will help you to reach Dhaka or Dhaka to Munshigon. So it is the main advantage of my hometown.
Okay, how do you compare your hometown with Dhaka? You know, what are the, is there any similarity or what's the differences, the biggest difference? Anything? What comes to your mind
Yeah,
first? If you
it's that's
compare
a
it,
nice question.
what comes to your mind first?
The first thing is, uh, okay, first of all, I want to say that Dhaka is, I mean, Munshiganj is just next to Dhaka. So you can find everything in my hometown as we normally find in Dhaka. But the main difference is, although it is located very near to Dhaka, but my hometown is full of green. But we do not
Green,
normally see the same
greenery.
thing in Dhaka.
I see. Okay. So, fine. Okay, so Abdullah bhai, can I ask you?
Sure, sir.
Okay, so what was the last time you went to an art gallery?
I went to the art gallery in the last year, December, when I visited Dhaka. I went to the Joinul Art Gallery.
Okay.
There was a big exhibition by a renowned artist, and I visited that exhibition with my family, and I have enjoyed very much because it's basically depending on the liberation war and the scenario of our independent war depicted through his artistic view, and it gives a glimpse of the real war like scenario. And I have learned lots of about the history of our independent.
Fine. Okay. So let me ask you another one. So have you ever given artwork or a painting to someone as a gift? Or is it very common in our country, giving a paintwork as a gift to someone?
Yes, I have used to give a gift to my friends and to my relatives on their special occasion, especially birthday or marriage day. The artwork, because it everybody likes this. The artwork is a rare gift
Okay,
to
it's a
them.
very
That's
rare. But is there any problem to that? Because sometimes it's very difficult to quantify. So people don't understand how much it costs. The other things usually. So I think this could be a little bit problematic in our country. Sometimes I'm not always. You get my point. People because it could be.
I got your point, but basically I used to give this gift to the adult and the literate person who can understand the
value,
theme and value of the arts. So
okay. Fine. Okay, that's fine. Okay, Mr. Salman, are you there? You're okay? You're physically fine today? Salman? Hello, Salman,
Hello?
are you there?
Hi, Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Okay, so how are
Yes,
you
sir,
today?
I'm there.
Okay, so did you
Sir,
have any problem?
Sir, I am a bit sick today. I have some chest problem.
Oh my gosh.
I have some chest problem
Okay.
after
So
having my lunch. I hope this may not due to the current COVID-19.
Okay. Just take it easy today. Hopefully, it'll be okay. So, you want me to ask any questions or
Okay, sir.
any okay question or no? You want me to ask you questions?
Yes, sir. You may.
Okay. So
Yes, sir. Sure. You may ask a question.
Okay. So, are you into buying hats? How many hats do you have? Do you buy hats?
Sir, I actually do not buy hats on a regular basis, but whenever I go to a picnic, I usually buy hats.
Hat. Okay, so people in our country, when they go to Cox's Bazar, many people, they buy hat. Is it true? At least in my case, I don't buy from Bosundhara or any other places, but I remember that, yes, when I went to
Sir,
Cox's
it's
Bazar,
definitely true. We can see that in most cases, people do buy hats whenever
hats,
they
and
Cox's
usually
Bazar.
Cox's Bazar, because it's available. It's quite available there.
Yes,
Variety,
sir.
they
It's
have the
quite
variety.
available there. Variety of hats available there near the sea beaches, and especially the girls.
Yes, especially the
to,
girl. I think
would like to buy the hats, and during daytime, most of them wear the hats and enjoy the beach view.
that. And then okay, so Mr. Dhali, can I ask you?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Okay, you're still here. So, are you doing any kind of housework now? Due to COVID, do you do any kind of household chores? When you were in Munshigan. When you are in Munshigan, do you do any kind of household chores? Chores means any household work?
Okay. Basically, I don't need to do any kinds of household work because I have my mother. She always helps me to do all the things. But sometimes I try to wash my clothes because I love to wash my clothes on my own. So yeah.
Of your own. So when you are in Dhaka, do you do any kind of household chores or?
Yes. Because there, although I have my sister there, but everything. So I have to do on my own because my sister is so busy with his sons and
with her son.
Yeah.
Okay, you live with your sister.
Yeah.
You live with your sister. So do you have any favorite household chore that you love to do? Oh, washing. You love washing.
Yes. I don't want to. I don't want that someone just wash my clothes because I don't want I don't trust anyone because washing things is like that. If I just do not find any clean so yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. So you love to do that, huh? Okay, fine. Okay, and Abdullah Bhai, can I ask you?
Yes,
so
sir.
Which one is the most attractive building in Dhaka? Any particular building that you are really you think that
the Parliament building of our country is the most attractive building.
You have been to inside, huh? You were inside.
No, I didn't go, even though I am a police officer, but I didn't go there.
Okay, now we assume that all the police officers they go there. I don't know. I thought that.
But I visited around the building, and it's the
but if you want, you can go, or there's some restrictions.
Yes, I could.
If you want, okay. So for some reason, you didn't even have to.
My colleagues are also working there.
Oh, okay. So as long as your colleagues said there's no problem. Okay. So, what is it? Is it beautiful inside? What you have heard?
Yeah, what I have learned from the news and from the articles and from the description of the people who have visited, it's the most attractive building, not only in Bangladesh, it's all over the world.
It's world over. It's a famous architectural.
Louis Icahn. And there are many chambers for the lawmakers and for the visitors as well. and this
It is so old, you know. I'm saying that it was constructed, but still, I think if someone goes there, he or she might find it quite interesting, huh? You know, the
of course,
design is so contemporary in nature. I believe it's quite contemporary in nature.
Louis Can designed it earlier, but it completed the construction around 80s.
80s, yes. 80s. Huh?
That's why I think it's a mostly contemporary one.
Mostly contemporary.
And you know that the architecture of our country as well, the world renowned, because the New York skyscrapers
Fazlul Haq.
Fazlur Rahman.
Fazlur
Rahman. And
Fazlul Haq, I don't know. Is it Rahman? Haq, probably.
Okay, anyway. It is Fazlur Rahman.
Fazlur Rahman. Okay,
so
sorry.
Understand. And it is constructed with a huge area. And the outside of this building as well is very picturesque, and there are lots of it has a beautiful garden around this building as well.
Fine. Okay. So let me ask others. Mr. Mahmudum, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Have you gone out today?
No, sir. Today I didn't go on.
You didn't. Okay, so you didn't have your friends with you?
Sir, I have, but I tried to went with him, but not all the day. But
okay, fine. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
so what about parks? You know, do you think we have enough parks, or you know, do you think that in your case, does going to park is a very your favorite pastime, or not really? You know.
Sir, I think it changes. Like when I was at university going student or college going student, at the time I really enjoyed to visit with my friends, to visit some parks like Botanical Garden, which is near to my area. So I used to go there. But after going to universities, started universities, so I didn't find that much free time to visit.
Free time,
Yeah. It's really
okay. What about instead of except those botanical garden or those, huh? So what about other? Is there any local parks that you can go to in Mirpur? Or not really?
Sir, I don't have that much that type of parks in Mirpur, but some places around Mirpur, Oasis, there is a they call a place called Shagupta. So this place could be used for hang out with friends.
I see.
It's not a park, but sir, it's a really open place, and people go there and try to spend some time with their family and friends and have some street food as well.
Okay, fine. Let me see. Whom can I ask? Suraya, are you there? Suraya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask you. So, do you know how to play any musical instrument? Have you learned any musical instrument?
I learned playing guitar, but I forgotten.
Oh, you learned it while you're young, and then by now you have forgotten it. Okay, so
because during university, our lessons, lots of lessons.
Okay, lots of lessons. So, is there any chance you are going to pick up again? Playing guitar, if you get time in the future.
Yes, lots. I can play again.
What's the most popular musical instrument in your place?
Generally, people loving the voice of saz. We say saz. Saz like the guitar, but with guitar we can't make this saz voice, because people say saz voice came clearly and like our culture's voice. Saz and ney.
Fine. So what about Western music? Is Western music very popular in your country? Do people listen to Western music a lot? In English?
Nowadays, young people listening to rock or pop music, but old people generally listen to slowly music.
Okay, I see, slow music. So what about you? What kind of music do you like to listen to? What's your favorite kind of music?
Actually, my favorite, I like the music without words.
What
Just
kind of your local music or foreign music?
yes,
What kind of
local music.
Oh,
Local
you
music.
like to listen to local
Yes,
music? Fine. Okay. So
background music.
okay. Farhana, are you there? Farhana? Farhana, can you listen? Hear me? Hello, Farhana. Okay. Faria? Faria, can you hear me? Faria?
Yes,
Walaikum salam. How are you?
sir, Alhamdulillah, my report is negative, and
Okay. Alhamdulillah. We are happy. But are you physically completely okay? You
sir,
know,
okay, but sir, I
not
have my muscle pain.
okay. So there could be some,
And my
you
body
know.
temperature is kind of high.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Hopefully, things will settle down. Huh?
Inshallah.
We pray for that. Okay. So, um, have you ever given chocolate as a present to someone?
Yes, sir. Always I love to give chocolates to anyone with any gifts. It's a side gifts. Actually, I say that in the gift I prefer chocolate.
Chocolate. Okay. So, um, I think people have eaten less chocolate within this this lockdown. Do you think? Probably because they were not going out.
So it's the online shopping. Who are chocolate lover?
Oh, okay. They will. Okay. But in general, usually what
in
happens,
general,
you go out because you don't order it like that. You go out, you see the chocolate, you just pick one or two. In most of the cases, that happens. Huh? In most of the cases.
yes, and
Okay,
it's
anyways, but
harmful to body also in this pandemic.
This is
It
what?
is harmful because it contains sugar.
Sugar.
That's why it less important for us to take.
Okay, so how often do you eat chocolate? In your case, are you a big chocolate lover?
Sir, I'm a chocolate lover, but not kind of lots of chocolate lover. Or sorry, I don't prefer regularly. As I'm a health conscious,
Okay.
so I love to take it a little bit, not so.
Okay. But I think sometimes it's addictive. Huh? When you start eating, you want to eat a little bit more, and finally you finish it. And it's
No,
difficult
sir,
to, or no?
I didn't have any idea about this habit because I never face it.
Face it, okay, fine.
But in my fridge, always there are lots of chocolates.
Always,
I love
okay.
to gift.
Okay.
As my some cousins are staying abroad. That's
abroad,
why.
Okay.
Not
That's
from me.
I understand. Yeah, that makes it more easy. Let me ask Mr. Is that Shibli? Are you there? Shibli, are you there? Mr. Noman?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, you'd like to speak out? Fine. So, what's the longest trip you have made within Bangladesh? Inside Bangladesh?
Actually, I love to travel very much, and longest trip that is from Dhaka to Cox's Bazar, and then that was to Teknaf. This trip was the longest so far. Oh yeah, another is Teknaf, then to St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Actually, Dhaka to St. Martin is the longest trip in my whole life in Bangladesh.
Yeah. Okay, so you'd like to travel throughout the world if you get a chance? Are you that kind of person? Some people,
of course,
probably they're not into that. Even if you ask them, probably they would rather stay put in some places, but some people, they really love to travel all through. So you are a adventure seeking person, I believe.
Yes, I'm very much a adventure enthusiastic person, because, and my to be frank is that my wife is also kind of that. So
okay, that's good. That's
so
good. That's interesting. Okay, so it's a big factor, you know. If husband and wife, both of them are interested, then it works. Other than that, if one, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, Mizan Bhai, how are you? Hi. Okay, I'll come back to you, Mizan Bhai.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I'm fine, sir.
You're fine.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, loud and clear. So
Yes, sir.
do you have a what new speaker or anything like that? Today is very clear.
No, sir. I have just changed my installation system.
Okay. It's very clear today.
Then I am feeling good now.
Okay. What's your most favorite snacks? Now, you know, what are snacks? You know, what do you take as
I like
a snack?
different type of snacks, but most of the time I like noodles because it's easy to prepare, and I like it very much.
But
This is
in
all about.
Bangladesh, what do you think? What's most common snacks? You know, people love to eat.
In Bangladesh, common snacks, in my point of view, it's fuska. Sometime.
No, I don't think so. I think
Sandwich.
no.
Sandwich.
No. I think shigara and samosa. But these are so difficult to make at home. No, go everywhere and you will find this. People eat it.
Sir, it's now it's so much easy. If you have YouTube,
Okay. You can, yes, yeah. No, but still, you know, I think even if you need to fry it, but people eat it. Even they know that it's not sometimes healthy, at least.
Even
because,
sir, some packets are contains some samochas.
These days, you know, you have those. Okay, fine. So, you know, you love samosa or shingara, or you don't like? Others, everybody?
Samosa, shingara, I usually
You don't like it?
Oh,
okay.
First, samosa and shingara are always
My
tempting to us.
usually don't agree with that item. That's why I don't like it.
But I think that's very common. No, I don't know about girls, but boys, those who go out, if you're not, you know, very finicky about food, whether it's, you know, properly made or properly cleaned or everything, you know, people sometimes eat samosa.
Sir, I think if you serve it to in front of anyone, if this fingers are
and even those,
you cannot deny. I think you cannot deny it.
And they have those kolija samosa, and if you have those special sauce, you know, green sauces, probably it makes it okay. So, Mizan Bhai, how come you're not into samosa and shingara? What is there any story behind that? Because most of the people in our country, I think, you know, they more or less they love it.
Yes, sir. I also like to eat, but when the problem arises, then I think this should be avoided.
So now
that's the problem, sir.
And another problem, you know, say these are not healthy, you know, especially the way they make it. This is a better.
So boil so that creates some problems so in our stomach. So that's why I prefer not to take these snacks. So yes.
These snacks, fine.
And the oils are repeated rapidly.
And I don't know, you know, whether, you know, hopefully after, you know, this is over, you know, this our lockdown is over and everything is over. Are we going to change our food habit in a big way or no? Or once it's open, everyone will go back to their. How is
in my opinion, sir, food habit will be definitely changed because people will be worried and cautious about taking food for their health, especially outside because it causes disease very easily at this in future, because COVID situation will not reduced fully.
Do you believe that? You know, do you believe that, you know, it might even go away? Just it started, it might go away without even vaccine. Some people are saying that. It might. Do you believe that?
No,
Or no, it's not going to.
It's not because
maybe this is not possible because it's RNA virus and this type of virus changed frequently. If we see our past, the RNA virus vaccine is not effective so so nicely. That's why, in my opinion, it will stay for a long time.
Okay.
Maybe we can reduce, but it will not minimize fully.
Okay, let's see. Farhana Khan, are you there? Farhana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay, so which one is your most favorite social media platform? Which one do you use most often?
Okay. Actually, sir, nowadays people are so much fascinated about Facebook rather than Twitter, YouTube, not YouTube, but Twitter and other social medias are also favorite.
Are you into Instagram? I'm not into much.
No, no. I am not that much addicted to social media.
Social media. Okay.
So I have a Facebook account, and sometimes I spend time, but not that much actually.
Okay. So what about Twitter? You know, what kind of people are into Twitter? Any idea? I'm not a Twitter person.
Yeah.
I'm not a Twitter person. What kind of person are Twitter
Maximum teenager people and the people who are still student who have so much leisure time.
Okay, Twitter is what, popular among students or official? Say Trump. Trump is a Twitter person, huh? Trump?
Yeah, maybe.
Trump like
Twitter. He's a Twitter person, you know. Okay. So I don't know how much.
I don't have any Twitter account.
Others, but you have. And what about TikTok and all those stuff? TikTok? No, TikTok. Is that TikTok?
Okay.
You have okay. Do you have TikTok?
Sometimes my cousins make it. I don't have. But my cousins, they have some TikTok account and they send me videos randomly. They're so much junior than me.
Okay.
They're still a student.
Fine. Okay, so
actually.
fine.
But for me, yeah, I am a LinkedIn person. I spend time in LinkedIn sometime. That's it.
Okay, Dhali, Mr. Dhali, can I ask you?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir. Yes.
You are an engineer. You are an engineer. So
yes.
If you are given the option to pick a computer, not computer, robot, what kind of robot would you take? You know, robot. You know, there are different kind of. There could be different kind of robots for, you know, for different.
Yes, I understand, sir.
So what kind of robot would prefer? It could be a driver, could be a robot as well, or those who will be cleaning your house.
Okay, I think that it would be better if I get a robot which can carry bricks, sand, or cement from here to there, so that I need not to just I need not to have more employer. So that's why I think
be
that
practical. I'm saying, you know, you're not always carrying that. So in your household, let's talk about in your household. So what kind of robot you're going to take? You know, what kind of household chore or anything you'd like the robot to do?
I
what
think,
comes to your mind?
Okay, so just for household chores or any kind of things, sir.
Okay, anything. Oh no, I'm not talking about, you know, every day, you know, work.
So can you hear me?
Can you? Okay, let
so
me.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You can hear me? You can hear me or no?
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you another question. You know.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Is the time you spend with your friends as much as that you spend with your family? Do you spend more time with your friends or, you know, rather with your family?
So it depends on the situation, because sometimes I have to stay a long time at my university. So that time, so needless to say that I have got a lot of time to spend with my friends. But on holidays, so on the in the full day, so I can spend time with my family. So yes, it depends on situation.
Okay, so Rumana, are you there? Rumana?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you pay attention to public information about health these days? Yes, definitely you do. Are you paying public information about health?
Sir, I do pay attention to the public information about health, but I prefer that we should also talk with the physicians or doctors as well, because the doctors know when there is public information. When we hear a public information, there may be some sort of.
Listen. When we hear what the question does. When we come across, when we get, or when we are exposed to, no, I'm not talking about those Facebook information. I'm talking about in general, in the newspaper. Think about the newspaper. They sometimes give you, it could be on dengue, it could be on anything, so you take precautions. You get my point? I'm not specifically talking about. Sometimes these days what happens, we are taking prescription. We are taking prescription from the Facebook, and no, we are not talking about that. In general, are you into, say if there is a public health information in a newspaper or in television, do you take notice? Do you take notice to those information?
Yes, sir, I do take notice, and okay. I think I think they give the right information, but other than that, I also feel that we should also consult our doctors, or
yes,
now
definitely,
because coronavirus is really the situation is really critical now. So we should also consult our doctor about anything happen, like just if feel a little bit ill, we should consult the doctor first, because maybe the symptoms are not the cough or fever.
Okay. Thank you. Suraya, can I ask you? So, do you work out to remain fit, or do you exercise? Suraya, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you work out?
No.
You don't. Even you know that if you work out during this lockdown, do you have lockdown in your place or no? Is it?
No.
No, you don't. You never had lockdown.
Yeah,
never. Huh? You never. Not in the place you are living.
For 2 months.
Okay. Now you don't have it.
Yes.
You don't have it. Okay. So do you think that if you worked out, it would have increased your immune system, and you would have been more in a position where you are not going to get contact with.
I can't understand.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Let me ask you a few other questions. Okay. So, are people in your country very friendly? Is it very easy to make friends?
People are very friendly. For example, generally, the person who came another country, generally say Turkish people are very hospitable.
Hospitable?
Yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay, that's nice to know. So if we get a chance, we might even visit Turkey one day. Mr. Rabbi, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, let me ask you one question. So, are you saving money for something? For it could be your marriage as well, or to buy a motorcycle, anything. So, why you are saving money for, or going out?
Yeah.
For studying abroad.
Yeah. I have various plans for future. that includes traveling, for my tuition fees and going abroad for my post graduation. So for that, yeah, a little bit every month from my
You're saving
salary,
money.
I try to I try to save money.
So how successful you have become? Your target, how much, what percentage of your target you have been able to fulfill?
Not achieved according, what I have planned. Yeah, I'm not satisfied yet, but it's not that much less. I am having something, and something is better than nothing. Yeah, always.
Okay, you're still working on that.
Yeah.
Abdullah bhai, are you there? Abdullah bhai?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so should parents be strict to their children? What do you think?
Yeah, parents should be strict to the children, because nowadays, the social norms, rules, regulation are deteriorating, and people are very much ferocious becoming nowadays. And I have seen lots of the kids, lots of young children are,
and especially being a police officer,
police
you
officer.
see these more than us.
Yes.
More than the regular people.
Yes, I have also detected lots of clueless murder, and these are very gruesome.
Very, very gruesome.
Gruesome, because as for example, a girl named Sumona, who is studying at class 3. She was brutally killed by 15 years old boys of the
same
government
community
school, and he is also studying in class 9. So, and he killed that girl, and he also hidden that girl under the mud. Okay. So I think parents should be very much cautious, and they also have to have a look after the social networking sites and the use of internet, mobiles, because I have also knowledge about this, and I have also studied about the cybercrime. And people are very much paranoid. That they are very much fanatic to behave with the other people. They have seen and they have watched lots of movies, and they are trying to emulate this in practice.
Okay, good.
So parents should be very much cautious.
Should be very much. Okay, thank you. Okay, we have Ashna. Are you there, Ashna?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so do you have a lot of... Yes. So can you speak or no? You can.
Yeah, I can.
Is there a lot of...
I think today the login process is a bit difficult than other days. That's why.
Was it difficult? So there was what?
There was the Facebook profile and the the email and the password as I faced. So I think So Abro couldn't join till now because she is facing some difficulty. So
how come? Okay. So no.
I don't know.
Okay. Next time. So Ashna, is there a lot of sound where you live?
May I interfere?
Please.
Sir, after this password and after this password, sorry. Behind this password there is a link. So if you copy the link and paste in the Zoom, then you can easily log into the app.
So what's the easiest way to get into?
Sir, I think this copy paste, because first we don't need any password.
Oh, okay. So no, I
think that after getting a mail, it would be better if someone just click the link and they just directly.
You cannot.
Sometimes all of have not have the apps actually, so they cannot always.
Okay. So it's better to not to have the
copy the
password.
link address. Sir, there is another option. Like if you copy the
link and then put it in
click on your mouse, then you have an option copy the link address, and if you paste in the Zoom, then you can log in. But
I see.
without any Zoom apps, you cannot log in easily.
Okay. Let's see. You know, we might even go back to our previous. Okay. So, what about Ashna? You know, do you mind noises, or no? You don't have much noises in the place you live.
Yeah, actually, it depends on my mood. Sometimes, if I have a good mood, nothing can disturb me. Even the other, sometimes maybe other people.
But in general, is it a very noisy city? You know, the place where you live in, or no? Not
No,
really.
actually, there's no any noise.
Okay, so do you think cities are becoming noisier than before, or no? Not really.
Yeah, of course, especially the voice of the cars.
Because yes, the number of everything.
Cars.
Okay, so
yeah.
Can I ask? Okay, so anybody will ask? Yes. Okay. Answer. Place to play. Farhana, which one is your favorite color? Farhana.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is purple. I love purple from my childhood. Besides green, then white, cream, and maroon. Those colors also favorite, but my most favorite color is purple, because when I wear purple or I see something in purple color, so
yes,
I feel
more relaxed, and also probably sometimes you might even look good on purple.
Yes.
Some people they have some. Okay, that's it. Okay, so you know, can we move on to what? The reading. Let's do the reading. Let's start.
Sure.
Let's start the reading. Okay. So what we're going to do, we are going to cover this one today. This is the passage we're going to cover. Say a neuroscientist reveals how to think differently. Okay, this is the first page. This is the second page, and this is what? This is the multiple choice, and this was yes or not given, and finally you have what? This kind of is complete each sentence with the correct ending. So you'll have to find it out where it matches. Okay, so what we have 4 pages. Okay, I don't think it's not going to take much time, but should it be difficult? We should anticipate it to be difficult. Why? It's what? It's 27 to 40. It's from the last paragraph. How much time should you take for the? I personally believe the first one being the easiest one. You should try to finish it within what? 12 to 13 minutes. Let it take 15 minutes. The second one, try to finish within 17, 18 minutes. Let it take 20 minutes. The last one, try to target around 17, 18 minutes. Let it take around 22 minutes. So you'll be able to complete that 1 hour. You'll have to answer write the answers as well. In the answer sheet. So it takes around, I think, 7 to 8 or 10 minutes around. So you will basically get 50 minutes, 50, 51 minutes to solve this passage, 3 passages. But while you are writing the answers, would you be able to solve the passage? Is it possible to do 2 things at the same time? I really don't think so. So that's one of the reasons people don't take into account that time, that 7 to 8 minutes to almost 10 minutes, depending on the speed of your writing. Okay, so let's check it. Let's check it. We are going to finish this one today. Neuroscientists, do you love solving this kind of scientific? Is it easy or difficult? What do you think?
Sir, I think it is difficult, but it is a very interesting topic.
Okay. So it's neuroscientists reveal how to think differently. Okay, so we might learn something that might help us to think differently, be different. Let's check it out. So what we're going to do, Ami, personally, I will always suggest you to check the question from the back. It helps. This is the way I always will suggest you. No matter whether it's shine or rain, I'm not going to budge from this technique because it has helped me, and so far I have seen it helps. আচ্ছা তারপর আমি করি, but I'm not suggesting everybody of you to do that. Try it out. If you think that it works for you, do that. If you think something else, no problem. There's no one rule. There's no one rule. আচ্ছা, here what I see, let's see. So এখানে একটা কাজ করতে পারি, if it becomes easy, if we can identify from where this information starts. Usually what happens, do you think these are in order? Should this be in order?
Not really. I mean, every time.
Okay, we'll check it. We'll check it. Probably. Other than that, it becomes very difficult. Okay, let's see. Thinking like